The town never should have sold Castle Ludwig. Those yuppies don't belong here. The cops told me what happened, but they don't understand. The gargoyle called for the blood of Castle Ludwig's intruders.
Gargoyle stared me down. Suits of armor moved just a little. It was as the evil spirits and legends told. No, obviously he's a dick.
I can tell.
Oh, hey, there's that grandfather clock.
Didn't it say in the kitchen though? This isn't the kitchen.
I don't think so. It's just I just remember grandfather clock. Open the riddle again. There's a hidden message written here. The next clue's in the castle basement, deep down below. Next to the westernmost pole, you must go.
Damn, you actually called it. The wall where Gallant's Guild didn't have windows.
Receipt from Manhattan costume shop. And that guy said he lived in New York. Book about the history. Murder weapon fell off the castle roof on top of the victim. With a distinct odor.
Interesting to note the odor.
Maybe it's a very special cigarette.
Possibly. North Hall.
There's one of those suits of armor. This must be the door to the sealed wing of the castle. It's locked.
Ooh, guarded! Squirrel!
Hey, there's a doggy bag. Doggy bag in the bottom right.
Huh?
Go down.
Oh! Yeah, I just must be stupid.
Don't go in the forest.
There's not actually a forest in this where it's 6.
But you're in the trees.
Don't worry about it. It's an anvil?
Oh, I don't understand. Why was this here? I should see whether anybody in the castle knows about this bizarre anvil.
That's a new question to ask.
Interesting.
And you know, the person who previously had it would probably have the answer.
We previously had an anvil.
Yeah, why is there an anvil? Also, why does it look like it's made of stone?
And anvils kind of are... No, well, they're mostly like iron, but yeah.
Anvils are made of cast fucking iron. What do you mean?
Guess go upstairs then.
Is that a dog?
Where? Oh. It looks like a cat? I don't think the cat likes Cleo.
Ram it!
Hey, the arcade. Here's this guy who the wife suggested. Paladin Dream arcade game, sure. Know what the fuss is about, why this guy is so famous. Russell Gallant wanted to bring in turn-based RPGs to arcades. He was a mad genius. This is the final battle in the Paladin Dream, but something seems a bit different from my memory.
Oh shit. Hello?
Okay, Cleo's gang. Cleo's playing then. I'll play it. See, this is Pokemon, I keep saying. Think. Weak slap from a wimpy detective?
Ow!
Shoot him.
Christ!
Think. Nope, slap. Bitch slap. Ow.
We got this.
Credits.
Actually shit game.
Programmed by Russell Gallant.
Shit game. Let's get a refund.
Art by Mike and Sarah Jones. Game testing by Jerry Small. Yep. Oh, that's that guy.
Oh, right.
Hey there, puppy. Have you come to cheer me up? I just can't believe he's gone.
Oh yeah, I gotta hit enter. I gotta hit spacebar.
Who are you?
Christ.
I'm Jerry Small. I worked on Palette Dream with the deceased for many years as the lead tester. I came up from New York yesterday to try and talk some sense into Russell. Hoped I could get him to finally recognize my contribution on the game, but he didn't listen. What do you know of this place? This castle's amazing. Gosh, Russell did good. Millions of dollars, millions of fans, a beautiful trophy wife.
Hello, trophy wife?
Guess Lord Gallant had it a little too good. Yeah, I don't like this guy. Have you seen anything strange about here? I heard a gunshot, assuming I wasn't imagining things. After my argument with Russell yesterday, I came up here. He had a bed laid out for me, and I slept. But then I was woken by what sounded like a shot downstairs.
That's two people who mentioned a gun.
Yeah, but only one person mentioned it unprompted. Where were you at the time of the murder? I was in this room, asleep. I know it's weak. What was your theory? I'm sure Billy Kramer wanted him dead. Activision was losing a fortune paying Russell royalties on Palette Dream. I never saw anyone dime after the game release myself. Oh, another dime. Wouldn't be surprised if Billy brought his gun to help negotiate with Russell. That doesn't explain the fallen gargoyle outside, though. I don't know. My specialty is video game logic. The real world is your department. Thank you.
I don't like him, but
So
he feels like he gave some interesting info.
Yeah.
Papers?
Yeah, now... Russell Gallant's will. Hey, who put this here?
Shouldn't this be locked away?
The victim left everything to his wife. Okay.
Shouldn't a will be locked away and not left on a table like this?
Probably, yeah.
Because it can be easily
But he's already dead.
forged and changed if they do.
Yeah.
You read me a read.
Later.
Alright, so.
MD Stationery. Who has those initials? MD? Melissa DeVong. It's a handwritten note from the victim's wife. My husband forever. It's been too long since we were last together. I miss you so much. Our last date was such a thrill, like flying down the mountainside. Soon we'll finally be together forever at the castle as we were always meant to be.
That doesn't add up with what she said. She said she didn't want the castle, so that doesn't match.
Touching romantic sentiment.
We agree on that.
Did she say that? She just kind of said that Russell was kind of like that kind of person.
At the end, she said, I told him we shouldn't have come here.
Well, that could be, like, you know, guilt.
I don't know. Maybe I'm looking too much into it.
Well, I don't know. It's a mystery.
God damn it.
Hello. You look like a detective.
No shit.
Recently adopted daughter. Okay. She's a full-grown person. Parents must be Mike and Sarah Jones from the arcade game credits. Who are you? My name is Ari Jones. Mr. Gallant adopted me after my parents passed away in a skiing accident. They worked on the game with him, Palette Dream. Mr. Gallant, Russell, took me in when I had nowhere else to go. My parents loved and trusted Russell Gallant. I still can't believe everything that's happened. What do you know of this place, this castle? I've only been living here a short time, and I spend most of my time online. and still get lost walking around the castle. After these recent events, I don't want to leave my room. I'm afraid. Understandable. Have you seen anything strange recently? I'm glad someone finally asked me. Everyone else around here all wrote me off as a kid. Hey, I'm 16 now. Yeah, that's what I thought. This is a full-grown person.
Yeah.
Last week I was in the garden playing with the cat when an anvil fell off the roof. It almost hit me. Oh, there you go.
Interesting.
I haven't even told anyone yet, but I think someone was on the roof. Check the garden, you'll find the anvil there.
So she does mention the anvil.
Yeah, and like someone tried to use it on her.
And
also, I heard a gunshot last night. I called 911. Then the police got here and found Mr. Gallant's body outside.
So she called.
So she's saying she called 911.
So
the wife assumed that the trainer guy did.
So it was actually her, but she also mentioned the gun. She's mentioned the gunshot too. That's 3 people.
Yeah. Yeah, 3 people mentioned hearing a gunshot. Maybe check with the coroner again.
It's interesting.
I don't think anybody believes me about that either. Do you? Where were you the night of the murder? You're just doing your job, I understand. When Mr. Gallant died, I was here playing an online game. Like I said, I panicked when I heard a gunshot downstairs.
What were you playing?
Were you playing League of Legends?
Were you playing Valorant?
How many dubs did you get?
Was it Fortnite?
I'm too shaken up to think clearly. The past month has been filled with tragedy and trauma. Somehow I need to process it. Russell Gallant's wife always seemed off to me, raving about seeing and hearing things around the castle. I love Halloween as much as the next kid, but I haven't seen or heard anything. I'm ghostly, anyway. Publisher agent from the Hack Division, Mr. Kramer. Neither Russell or my parents were fond of him either. Sounded like somebody fired a gun in Mr. Gallant's office when they were talking, but I can't prove it. Okay. So the first guy about the gunshot, the toad guy, he said gunshot, but then took it back. They're all claiming that there was a gunshot.
Yeah.
Adrian Jones Trust. This is interesting. It says that if Russell Gallant dies, Adrian inherits her parents' fortune before she turns 18. Okay. Interesting.
At least a couple people have somebody else to back up their claims.
Yeah.
She doesn't really have anybody, because she was here, as she said.
Yeah.
Can we go back? Should we go back to the cemetery or back to the anvil? I feel like there's something with the anvil.
Yeah, maybe the anvil.
Because if it was pushed off of the roof, I feel like we would notice some kind of markings on the bottom. Or like an indent of some kind, you know?
Well, in real life, yeah. But I don't know if it'll tell you that much.
True.
Is it anywhere near the roof?
It's not, really. It's nowhere near a roof.
The anvil that almost hit Adrian. Ariadne? The marks, you can tell there was fell a long way to the ground. So it did fall.
Okay.
The evidence suggests that someone was on the roof. There's no way two heavy objects both fell like this. But who'd want to kill the adopted daughter?
That's a good question. Why
I must speak to Jim Wickman, the groundskeeper. Because she had a trust for her parents' inheritance.
I was a tree apple rat. Alright, well, fuck you.
Hey.
There it is. So blue is what we're looking for new information.
Okay, new stuff, yep. When I was searching the garden, I found this anvil. Seems a bit out of place. Do you know anything about it? Oh, I found it on the ground near the wall. I had no idea how it got there. So I moved it to get it out of the way. You moved an anvil? I have reason to believe this anvil fell off the roof, just like how the gargoyle fell off the roof killed Russell Gallant. You're right. I didn't think about it like that until now. How do I get to the roof? I'd like to go up there and see what's over there. But that's impossible. The roof has been sealed off since I was hired. I didn't kill him. I'm not accusing you, but I'd appreciate if you can unlock the sealed wing so I can continue investigating. Take this key to the sealed wing. It will unlock the door to the hall north of here. You can get to the roof that way. He just said it was sealed.
Whee! I'm gonna go fall through a floor.
No Scott with the roof.
If
Now it's time for us to find out.
why would you give me a save?
You unlocked me very, Suddenly it's 80s music.
Oh, okay. So 21 leads to 13. So I could
What?
see 13 is where the door to the roof was locked.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
21's the roof, so I could see what was blocking that, or if it was just casually locked. Because if it was normally locked, somebody did that on purpose to prevent it. Maybe get an escape.
Okay.
I don't know. Because it's a sealed wing, why would somebody be over there? You know?
Sure.
Or at least that's my thought process. You're the detective, so.
It's a wardrobe box full of costume clothes and makeup.
Interesting.
Looks like an elderly couple costume package. Box is marked as the same costume store receipt I found on the other side of the Mountain Road.
Interesting. Who was it that had that?
We just found the receipt. It was from a Manhattan costume shop, so anyone from New York.
Bag.
Doggy bag. 1/3 of the way there.
Upward.
Takes you to 22.
22 is the basement, which is actually what we need, isn't it?
For something, yeah. Oh yeah, the
Next to the westernmost
pole. I'm assuming north is up. What the hell?
There it is.
There's a hidden message written here. The next location is deep in the dark woods. From the bridge, 9 west by 9 north are the goods.
9 west.
9 west by 9 north. So I guess go left 9, up 9, or something like that.
I guess. Mouse.
That's a rat. What?
Mine.
What's the weird stone tablet doing down here, Cleo? It looks like the stone tablet inside her Herr Ludwig's crypt. That's all you're gonna say about it?
Nah, there's gotta be something more to it. There's nothing else here. However, I might not be a completionist, but I hear treasure, and I say yes. Alright, well, roof time. Now, how heavy is an average anvil?
Yeah, it's just normal anvil. No, nothing about that.
No, seriously, what's the average weight of an anvil?
The average weight of an anvil?
Yeah.
I have no idea. Like 500 pounds at least, depending on how big it is.
Assume the anvil didn't start on the roof.
Probably not. That would make no sense.
Who's the only person who has mentioned that they picked up and moved it?
That guy, groundskeeper.
Exact. That's what I'm thinking, at least. So we want this right here.
Sealed tower.
Cleo found a clue.
The brochure print from Leah for Leah Ludwig's castle tours. Print job. This print job proof belongs to Leah Ludwig, the girl in the cemetery. The client gets the print proof. Proof is dated recently. That means Leah lied to me. Leah told me she hadn't been in that castle, but this is proof. She proves that she was in the sealed wing. I better confront her about this lie. I wonder if she'll be glad that I found her proof. She won't be glad. She lied to you.
Exactly.
She lied to a cop?
Isn't that a felony?
It depends. It's fraud. Yeah, and it's technically, I guess, interfering with an investigation.
Is it? Interesting.
A rock hammer, judging by shards of polished rock on the ground, it's been used here. This is the spot where the gargoyle fell off the roof. It looks like the gargoyle was broken and pushed, yeah. Somebody broke the gargoyle free and pushed it off the roof while the victim was below. That's how Russell Gallant was murdered. What about the gunshot? Who was shot?
That's a good question. I can't answer the gunshot. I can answer that one though, probably. It was bolted.
Shut on the side. Unbolt the door, yeah.
So they bolted it shut.
From that side.
Do we confront her or just fucking arrest her ass?
I mean, confront her. It might not say you have enough evidence yet.
Well, let's find out. Yeah. So you can't.
Yeah, you can only make an arrest after everything, I think.
Yeah, I don't think you're allowed to do it early. I think it's gonna be part of it. Alright, asshole. You wanna fess up?
Are you lying, bitch? I found your tour guide proof. It was on the floor in the sealed wing of the Castle Ludwig. You lied to me. You told me you hadn't been in the castle.
You're right. What can I say? The spirits told me to.
You do realize this is a murder investigation, right? You've openly expressed a desire for this supernatural revenge. That gives you a motive, Miss Ludwig. I suggest you cooperate.
I'm sorry. What do you want to know?
I was too sorry for her.
How did you get into the sealed wing of the castle, and what were you doing there?
Truth is, I secretly gave a tour of the castle after the town sold it off. It was to an elderly couple. They paid well.
No,
No, the fuck it was not.
I don't buy that for a second.
No, wait a minute, the costumes, remember?
This happened a couple days before the Gallants moved in. They were very interested in the castle layout. We trespassed.
Okay,
The costumes.
So either she knows it wasn't an elderly couple and lying, or
I think she assumes it was. They did costumes, makeup, the whole thing, bought a cane.
Yeah. So it would have been premeditated murder.
Premeditated, at least breaking into the castle. Yes, but how did you get into the sealed wing? It was locked. Only Jim Wickman, the groundskeeper, had the key.
There's a secret passage.
Oh, shit.
Oh, dun dun dun.
Secret passage through the woods that leads into the basement. It's only accessible with a Ludwig signet ring. There's another stone tablet in the basement, just like the one in the crypt. Touch it with the key ring, the secret passage will open.
I knew it.
What if you touch it to the one in the crypt?
Let's find out.
Come to think of it, the elderly couple bought a Ludwig signet ring for me too.
Oh. So they knew how to get in.
I don't think it's gonna let me do anything for the one in the crypt. But I can very much...
This music makes me think the guy should be wearing sunglasses.
Agreed.
Me. Oh Christ. Okay.
That's cool.
Just shows up out of thin air. Cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome. Oh, another safe spot. Okay. You unlocked a new area. Still take you to the woods.
Okay.
Holy crap, man.
We got secret passage, forest, and shack.
Interesting. Spider.
Back.
Big rock. The stagnant water is a problem
Yeah.
for people who try to live there.
True.
At some point, someone has to try and murder this person, right?
Who? Me?
The detective, yeah.
I feel like it would happen eventually. Somebody would try something.
It's a hooded sweatshirt. Catskill Mountain Elite Ski Club. Who might this shirt belong to? Shirt must belong to Ethan Fisk, the personal trainer and ski instructor, so he was in the secret tunnel. Should have asked him about it.
Ah, shit. I accidentally skipped.
I don't know what I said.
Neither do I.
But anyway, the trainer guy's a fucking liar. I feel like I think that's gonna come to like the instructor guy having an affair with the wife.
It's possible. Didn't you say this was dangerous location or something?
Forest, yeah. There's
Let's
supposed to
see
be
if it's
treasure map
true.
stuff here somewhere.
Is that a
That looks like a log.
no? That's a gun.
Handgun has been fired recently. Okay, I guess so. The initials BK are engraved on the gun. It's belonged to Billy Kramer. I fucking knew it. Why would his gun be here? I better ask him about it.
All right. I would have taken it.
I think he did.
Oh, and a rope, actually. Interesting.
It might be good for your cliff. Looks like a rappelling rope. Wonder what it is doing here. Let's take some of this rope, see if we can use it for something helpful. Yep, that cliff.
Indeed. Bag.
Hard to make sure you get everything, huh? The heck is that?
I don't know.
Looks like a skull.
Not sure what that is actually. This is the kind of place that you would hide a bunch of secrets. It's a giant open area.
Space.
Giant open space, and it's dark. This is actually where you would hide that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a bear.
A bear? I don't want to mess with the bears. Just walk away.
And he just looked at us, just like, and we just fucked off. Okay, sure. Because that's how an encounter with a bear would go.
Is that another bear then?
No, I don't think so, actually. Wow, I actually would have missed that.
Yeah, wow.
Wait, the bridge.
Bridge.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Hey, hey.
In the corner,
In the
where,
corner
a
where a
hungry...
hungry person sits alone. The abundance of food is across from a wooden throne. That's weird.
That does not make sense to me, actually.
Hungry person sits alone?
The dining room.
Oh.
That actually makes a lot more sense now.
Man.
I think about it.
Path leads to the city park.
There we go. So now we just unlock that cross path.
Cool. Well, that's where you get to the trainer guy.
Yes, actually it is.
go in the shack, yeah. Oh, of course, the shack. Yuck, do you smell that, Cleo? Sounds like someone using the shack to make meth.
Interesting. Okay. Who's cooking? Who's doing that out here?
That does look like that.
Well, they did say there was a drug.
People, so it's the unusual brand of cigarettes the groundskeeper Jim Wickman had on him. And they did say the town had a terrible drug problem.
That's what I was about to say, actually.
Yuck. The cigarette proves that Jim Wickman was the proprietor of the secret meth lab. This is a serious crime. It also explains his effort to keep people out of the woods.
So it's not actually dangerous. He's just trying to cover
Well, I
that
mean, there
up.
was a bear.
Yeah,
There's a bear and meth dealers. So.
There's a bear that looked at us once and didn't even bother fucking with us, and we just got to freely
You get one
walk
warning,
away.
I guess.
Bet. I will actually go over right now.
To the bear?
Yeah, watch. Watch.
I don't remember
Actually,
where it is. Oh
That's
yeah,
it.
that's a bear.
It's not gonna do. That's its only script. I guarantee you. Actually.
All right, there's just a bear in the on the castle somewhere.
Yeah, because it's called dog can climb a rope. Sure.
Yeah, why not? I mean, the cat. It played an organ.
All right, hold on.
All right, you. Hey, you there.
Oh yeah.
Get that dog away, bro. Did you lose a shirt to Catskill Mountains Elite Ski Club?
Oh yeah, I got lost in the dark woods and fell down that hole. I don't know why this shirt has rock dust all over it. Is that really all you have?
That's all you got?
Nah, I don't.
No.
No. That doesn't.
You suck.
That doesn't feel like it lines up with anything.
All right, we'll go talk to the toad guy about the gun. I gotta repair myself.
He's brushing off the rock dust part. It's kind of
Yeah,
brushing
we found the
that
chisel.
off. And I don't. It doesn't sit well.
Why would he just? He falls down a hole and just leaves his coat.
Yeah, it doesn't line up. All right. Why are you cooking meth?
Oh yeah. Found the shack in the woods. You left a telltale cigarette butt there. Found the meth lab, Jim. You want to talk about it? Played your warning about the bears. Keep people away from the woods. Is that why? That's why you killed Russell Gallant. All right, it's true. I wanted money fast, so I turned to the drug trade. Or I didn't kill my employer. I was in the woods around the time he died, for the reason you say. Keep talking. I saw something. Billy Kramer, the Hack Division publishing guy. He was in the garden. He threw something into the woods.
His gun.
The gun, yeah. BK, he found it, his gun. You want to talk to somebody about committing murder, you should start with him. You're right. I'd better have a chat with him. You get me off the hook for the whole drugs thing. I'll do what I can to help you on your behalf.
Nah, I'd 100% lock
Man,
away.
that's it. So hey, buddy, you just, help a guy out.
Wrong person. Where's the office again?
The other room, I think. I think that's the other room across the hall.
Isn't that
Go around to the other room.
No, it's 4. Number 4 is it? So that's down over here. However,
Oh, the dining room thing.
in a corner where a hungry person sits alone.
When it's a food.
What was the other one?
So it's across from a wooden throne. Abundance of food across from a wooden throne. I mean, there's food there. There's a corner over there.
Wait, is it talking about the fridge?
Maybe.
No.
There's a wooden throne, that chair.
Yeah. I can't see it being anything else other than the kitchen that's
I'll
talking.
just
about.
go back.
Oh,
There, that chair.
I'm a moron. That's a chair.
Yeah. Treasure hunt, go back outside. 12 steps north of the lantern it hides.
12 steps north of the lantern. Alright.
Alright, well, find this guy, talk to him.
Yeah, but that could end it. And I want the treasure.
Are you sure you're gonna get the treasure?
I don't know. Where's the lantern?
I don't know.
Wasn't there a lantern down... No, that's a gargoyle. There's a lantern somewhere. Alright, let's
I
talk.
don't know where.
Let's talk to the dude.
Yeah.
Hi.
I got a couple of things to talk to him about. BK, it looks like your gun, Mr. Willie Kramer. Care to talk about it?
Hey, where did you get that?
The castle groundskeeper Jim Whitman was in the woods when you threw the gun away.
I forgot we gave him the toad. I forgot we made him toad.
Several people in the castle claim to have heard a shot around the same time Russell Gallant died. Now, would you care to explain why you brought a handgun to your meeting with Russell Gallant?
Alright, I messed up. It was a dumb idea and I should have known better. But goddammit, I'm stupid and I brought a gun. I like guns. It's my Second Amendment right, goddammit.
Alright, Toad, calm down.
If you tell me everything you know now, that would be a smart idea.
Activision needed money. I wanted to help the family business. Despite my father's wishes, I brought the gun to the meeting. Knew Russell was too smart to sign a bad contract. I was gonna make him an offer he can't refuse. Like, cause I guess I've seen too many mobster movies. You know, where all the guys get shot and people win money.
You gonna kill him over a video game contract?
No, they were blank cartridges. I just gonna scare him.
If they were... See, if it were me...
Well, you can hear a gunshot. A blank is just... It has the powder, it just doesn't have the shot. So it'll still sound like a gunshot.
I think it would still have the shot sound.
Yeah, it would still make the sound, that's what I'm saying. It just wouldn't have a bullet.
People said they heard a shot, but nobody's found any bullets. Right? Right? Huh?
Does explain why there was a shot but no bullets. His actions are still totally reprehensible.
See,
Man, that hurts.
see, what I would do in this situation is he would be like, they're just blanks. I would look at him and be like, alright, let's test that. Point and pull.
Well, let's test that. Then you won't mind if I test that theory.
That's
I
what I
saw
would
something
do.
though. I saw Jerry Small come downstairs and enter the kitchen. He threw something in the fireplace. I couldn't see what it was, but it looked like electronic hardware, or a disc maybe.
Jerry Small left his room in the arcade. He burned something in the fireplace.
Yeah, I hoped that if he kept my secret, then I'd keep his. Jerry also wanted to meddle with the contract for a new Paladin game, but hey, I don't care. Anyway, you should talk to Jerry Small when you find out more. He's real small everywhere. One more thing. You mention my gun to the public, you'll have to deal with the Activision legal team, because I'm a spoiled brat. I'll sue you. I'll sue your ass.
And I have discretionary spending at my disposal because I'm part of the U.S. police.
Because I'm a cop.
Helps if I use
Go to
the
the dog. Go to the dog.
Yeah, it helps if I use the dog.
Jerry's disc is burned in the fire, but it looks like it's a melted plastic at this point.
Interesting. Even if he's not the suspect, if he refuses to say what's on it, that's grounds for arrest anyways.
You lied about not leaving the room. Yes, Billy saw me, I admit it. I was throwing the disc into the fireplace to destroy it. Threw away a computer disk? Why?
Russell didn't just choose to have the contractual meeting at the castle because he's an arrogant. He was concerned about privacy. He knew that someone had leaked an alpha version of the new game on the internet. What he didn't know was it was me.
You pirated his new game? The one you were supposed to be testing?
I did it to show Russell that he wasn't invincible, that my contribution was worth more than a pittance.
I see. So you felt guilty and threw it into the fire to destroy it?
I left this room around 7:45 to do that. The odd thing was, at the same time, I heard movement coming from the roof.
You heard someone?
Yes, it was just before I heard the gunshot. The clock on my laptop was 7:45 p.m. What's so important about that?
I don't feel like those were blanks.
It makes it 7 p.m. when Vicky Thompson heard Melissa Devin's phone call to Ethan Fisk. Russell Gallant was actually still alive. That changes everything about the murderer's alibi, and the person who provided the murderer with it. Wait, what?
Huh?
So he's saying that when the wife called the guy, he was still alive.
That was a mystery. Come on, Cleo, let's go talk to Officer Adams.
Oh wait, so it just goes, you gotta pick somebody?
Hang on. Do we want...
I mean, do you know anything about that next part of the treasure?
No, not in the slightest.
Then I guess just go for it.
I did not mean to save over that. The explanation. Alright.
See, I feel like we're gonna have to build this or something.
Word allowed him to live every day in a castle, but there was a curse when I found him, as I found when I discovered this item.
As for
I guess the book.
There
the
was
book.
a curse.
Yeah, those other things don't make sense. The library book makes the most sense here. I guess it'll just tell you no.
Post curse in the Castle Ludwig in the library book I found outside the castle.
The curse of the Castle Ludwig is well known around these parts in Vermont.
Did the stone sculpture of a gargoyle truly come to life? Could it have been a freak accident? No. Upon further investigation, I found the evidence of a human agency.
But I saw the gargoyle move before it fell on my husband.
When I began interviewing each person of interest, I learned that something else had fallen from the roof recently. The object that fell from the roof near where Ari was standing was...
an anvil.
I'm guessing that's what he'll do when he gets something right.
An anvil. There's no way two heavy objects falling could be a coincidence. This discovery led me to believe that somebody had been on the castle roof. After gaining access to the roof through the sealed wing, I found proof that somebody had pushed the gargoyle off the roof. The item used to tamper with the gargoyle.
Was that the rock hammer?
Sure was.
A rock hammer had been used to break off the gargoyle statue so it could be moved.
There were also telltale shards of polished rock and dust where the statue had been mounted.
I knew that the gargoyle was a murder weapon, but who was on the roof, and how did they get there? The situation presented a kind of locked room conundrum. How could anyone have gotten to the roof at the time of death? At first, it seemed like everyone had an alibi.
I was in Russell Gallant's office waiting for him to return from the meeting.
I was upstairs in the arcade.
I was in my room playing video games. I was at my husband's side the whole time.
I was working around the castle doing my job.
I was in the cemetery leading a seance. I was at the town park for my workout with Ethan at the time Melissa called about the death.
Yeah, it's true. That's what you told me when we first spoke, but everyone in the castle had a reason for wanting Ursula Gallant dead. Activision Vice President Billy Kramer's motive was...
See, Billy Kramer...
Corporate greed. I
Corporate
would say.
greed. Yeah.
Billy Kramer's motive was greed. His father's firm, Activision, had faced deep financial losses. Billy wanted Russell Gallant to sign away royalties to his promisingly lucrative new Paladin Dream game. Came to the meeting with a bad contract. If the swindle failed, he also brought his gun.
I wasn't planning to kill him, just threaten him.
With bullets?
Video game tester Jerry Small's motive was
jealousy.
That was jealousy.
Jerry was jealous of Russell Gallant's successful game design career. He even pirated the new game, which resulted in the victim holding meetings at the castle.
I thought I would deserve more credit for all the bugs I'd fixed.
The victim's wife, Melissa Devon, Gallant's motive was...
I guess inheritance, because he left everything to her.
Sure.
Melissa Devon Gallant's motive was that she would inherit her husband's fortune and estate. Proof is in her husband's will.
Saying I was with my husband when he died.
Russell's adopted goddaughter, Adrienne Jones' motive was...
I guess inheritance too, because she would get her family's estate.
Would she?
Yeah, that was in like the note in her room.
Aries' motive was her inheritance. The victim was the executor of her ample trust fund.
Right.
If he died, it meant she would inherit and not have to wait for 2 years.
What a load of crap. Russell Gallant was my parents' co-worker and close friend.
Russell Castle Ludwig groundskeeper Jim Liquid's motive was...
Hide a crime.
Yep.
Just...
Jim Liquid's motive was to hide his own crime. Jim was secretly manufacturing illegal drugs in a shack in the woods. He had to protect his operation at all costs.
Why illegal drugs have been flooding this town?
Get him.
Yeah, Rickman, we're placing you under arrest.
But first, I still want to find out who the killer is. Former tour guide of Castle Ludwig, Leia Ludwig's motive was...
I feel like that might have been revenge.
I guess. Yeah, revenge. She kept saying the castle was hers.
Leia Ludwig wanted revenge. She was very open to her contempt for the Gallants.
The purchase of the castle cost me my job. The castle rightfully belongs to my family. Seance was just a theatrical performance.
Bro,
Before you go any further with these accusations, I just want to say I never met the victim. I also barely knew him. You know what? You need to put us through all this humiliation?
that might be, but this crime was premeditated by a clever and determined criminal mastermind. Every detail was planned in advance, starting even before the Gallants moved into Castle Ludwig. The killer disguised themselves and took a tour of the castle and learned of the secret passage from the forest to the sealed wing. Having purchased the Ludwig signet ring, the killer could easily access the roof through the secret passage later, unnoticed. Found the receipt from the costume shop on the side of the mountain road.
Also, I want to point out, they paid $967 for that for those costumes.
Yeah, I know.
Costumes were later disposed in the sealed tower. The location of the crime was chosen based on there are no windows on that side of the castle wall. The killer even took the precaution of bolting the other door to the roof. I didn't understand how it was logistically possible to commit the crime until Jerry Small mentioned something important.
Me? What did I say?
You mentioned hearing footsteps on the roof at 7:45 p.m. Coroner determined the time of death between 7 and 8.
What difference does 45 minutes make? Are you gonna anywhere with this rant, Detective Mr. Small Dick?
When I interviewed Vicky Thompson, she said she heard the call between Melissa and Ethan at 7 p.m. Phone call when Melissa witnessed her husband's death from the falling gargoyle.
That's correct. I looked at my watch. It was exactly 7 p.m.
Jerry's hearing footsteps on the roof 45 minutes later.
The victim was still alive.
Sure was.
At the time Melissa Ganton made the phone call, Russell Gallant was still alive. Killer had 45 minutes to get to the castle roof and push the statue off the edge. They used the rappelling rope I found to get to the woods, and then used the secret passage. There was plenty of time, more than enough for the killer to do what they needed to do.
So, who did it?
Oh, fuck. Time to choose.
Oh boy.
You're the detective here.
I mean... Uh-oh, what the shit? My computer's doing something? No, hang on. Let's see. The wife called the exercise guy, Ethan Fisk, and his jacket had the crumbs on it from the gargoyle. I guess him, Ethan Fisk.
Is that what you're Are you locking that in, or do you want to think about it?
I mean, is there going to be a consequence if it's wrong?
I don't know. I've never played it before.
I mean, I guess so. Sure, it would make sense.
All right.
Athlete like Ethan Fisk. Bruh, huh? I wondered why Ethan would put the hysterical phone call from Melissa Devin Gallant on speakerphone at all. Having Vicky Thompson listen in and give him an alibi, Ethan then ran off the first responder to the incident. But he actually took the well-hidden path up the steep cliff to the woods. That way he didn't risk being seen by Leia and her followers in the cemetery either. Before meeting Melissa, Ethan went to the roof to push the gargoyle down on the victim below. Can't prove any of this. I found a clue linking Ethan to both the roof and the crime, which is the sweatshirt.
Hooded sweatshirt.
You left behind your sweatshirt in the secret passage. You had to hide it because it was covered from rock dust.
There it is. There's the rock dust, actually. That makes sense.
Yeah. Shards of polished rock and dust matching the gargoyle statue link you to the murder weapon. Ethan, when I asked you about losing your shirt, you told me you couldn't explain the rock dust residue. But you wouldn't have known about the rock dust on the shirt if you hadn't been on the roof.
I never even met Russell Gallant. Why would I go through any of the trouble for this elaborate scheme? Yeah, that's Ethan's motive.
Ethan's motive was that he was secretly in love with the person who provided him with his alibi. His accomplice is the wife.
The wife?
The wife, yeah.
So
Melissa.
Killer's accomplice was the victim's wife, Melissa Devon Gallant.
Yeah, she didn't want to move to the castle. Melissa married Russell Gallant only for his money. If he were to die, Melissa would inherit his fortune.
Victim's will gives her an abundantly clear motive. Melissa, your love note is about flying down the mountainside. Wasn't written down. That mountainside wasn't written for your husband. It's for Ethan Fisk, whom you met years ago skiing in New York.
Me?
You found out about Russell Gallant's wealth, introduced yourself as a fan, and feigned interest in him. After getting married, you started plotting a way to do him in. You even used Vicky Thompson to engineer an introduction to Ethan Fisk, posing as your new skiing instructor. After finding out about the daughter of your husband's friends, Mike and Sarah Jones, you were concerned. Possible your husband would change his will and give some of his fortune to his goddaughter. You had to move quickly to prevent that from happening, Melissa, so you and Ethan devised the sinister plot.
It all makes sense, I guess.
Yeah, actually, it kind of does.
Your husband moved to this castle. You acted like you were going crazy because of the curse. And on the evening of the murder, you phoned Ethan and claimed your husband was killed by the gargoyle. Ethan made his way to the roof. You lured your husband outside from his meeting with Billy Kramer. Then, at the opportune moment, you pushed your husband to the ground. Ethan sent the gargoyle crashing down on his body.
Oh, that would make sense, because if he was standing...
Yeah, it would have just crushed him completely.
Yeah, he would have just been flattened.
in the mangled bodies. No, he was
Mhm.
laying on the ground.
Yeah, Russell Gallant may have been killed by a gargoyle, but human hands were responsible. That'll do. One small thing, Detective. How nobody in the castle heard the gargoyle fall? Billy Kramer's gun went off, masking the sound.
Well,
Oh, they're
there it
admitting
is.
it. You twit. Because they're all British, I guess. You oaf.
Oaf!
I still can't believe the gargoyle cursed idea was the best you could come up with. Honey, it was better than your idea of poisoning the maple syrup.
Oh my god, that joke at the beginning was an actual thing.
What happened? Wait, what?
At the very beginning, in order to get into the house, you had to make a guess on two options, which was what was the cause of death? One of them was gargoyle falling on him, the other was poisoned maple syrup.
Huh.
That's not a joke. Editor, show it right now.
Okay. Alright. I see, of course. Even the two-bit detectives in Vermont could know there's no such thing as curses.
I feel like you bullshitted your way out of this.
The organ, it's the curse of the Castle Ludwig. Oh. What in the world? Castle spirits are aware of our guilt. Spirit called for our punishment because we killed him. Would it have just come up with reasons for us being right no matter what we choose? No, Melissa, I was the only phantom organist in this castle. I like to play your freaking music when no one's looking. It may be weird, but it helps me cope. Okay, that's weird, man.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, you gonna read this one?
Very well. From my perspective, the marriage was always a sham, a means to an end. So Melissa heard about Lord Gallant's wealth. It seemed too easy. Ethan and I have been in love for years, but love costs money. The public thought my husband was a creative genius, and maybe he was. But he was also socially awkward, clueless, and soft. Took one kiss, and he told me I was the first woman who ever showed him any interest in him. By bumping that dweeb off, all we did was Darwin's work. Really, survival of the fittest. The way I see it, Russell Gallant's death wasn't our fault at all. True culprit was his own naivete.
Why'd you have
Alright,
to say
that's
it
enough.
like
You're
that?
both coming with this.
Why'd you have to
Huh?
say it like naivete?
That's kind of how it's pronounced. That's the word.
It's naivety, isn't it?
Whatever.
Alright.
Did we get it right, or we just came up with reasons we were right from whoever?
No, I think you actually got
Found
it.
guilty of first-degree murder. Synchronized walk. State prison will be a far cry from living in a fairy tale castle. John Wickham was also sentenced for his role in the drug ring. Good. After his release, continued working above board as the castle grounds. Why would they let him go back?
Don't know.
Adrian Jones, Jerry Small, Billy Kramer teamed up to complete production and publishing the new Paladin Dream game. Okay. Project was dedicated to the memory of Lord Gallant. The game should sold like hotcakes and did very well for Activision and its employees. Jerry Small went on to become an acclaimed game designer in his own right. Alright, good. Cleo found a total of 21 doggy bags. Okay, this guy made Cleo some poutine as a treat.
Run, reach, and reach.
Yum! Rum! Guess we never found Heir William Ludwig's treasure. Oh well, at least the case is solved. Castle reopened as a public attraction. Lady Ludwig got her old job back. She still trespassed.
Okay, but she wouldn't have. She did it because she was coaxed into it, I would say.
I mean, I guess, yeah, by money.
Yeah.
Sensational news coverage of the murder. He drew huge crowds, okay? Welcome to Castle Ludwig, everyone. The story of renowned game designer Lord Russell Gallant's murder begins here. It all started with a popular video game, a fallen gargoyle, and a 100-something-year-old curse. Geez, 100-something? You really know your stuff. Fallen gargoyle was even reinstalled back on the castle roof, and it looked as spooky as ever.
Okay. Yeah, see, I
There
think
it
I
is.
see this going somewhere else.
Just Doctor Strange this and say it was actually the curse.
The end. And it's all wrapped up in a neat little bow.
Well,
Or was it?
that
That was
actually,
interesting.
that was actually really nice. It's a nice
Yeah,
one-off.
good, solid little like mystery with some side stuff going on. Keep you interested. Yeah, a lot of navigation, but you know, you got a map.
Yeah, the map was a nice touch.
You know,
I very much enjoyed the addition of the map.
thought this was a demo. Was this a demo?
No, this was the full game.
Oh, okay.
But that
All right,
was
cool.
really well put together.
Yeah,
I
very interesting.
I loved how the hints kind of started connecting near the end. I very much enjoyed that.
Yep, a lot of cross going back and forth. People who didn't tell the truth. Everybody lies.
Literally, in this case, actually.
Yeah, apparently. Every single person.
Yeah, just everybody lied.
Yep. The dogs play piano and climb ropes. And,
Sure do.
you know, have weird noses. But very good. Very good, very good.
That was
They could even
actually
expand on that and make it so that the curse is real and then someone else dies and you come back.
yeah.
New case. What does that mean, start over?
They have a sequel.
Ah, okay. Well, cool. Is it out?
Actually, yes.
That was a demo. Okay. Well,
There-
save that for another time. Oh, never mind. I can't read shit. Clearly. I just read all of this.
There's actually a sequel.
Okay, interesting.
Murder is game over.
Streaming death.
Death.
good.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all
Well, alright then.
so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like. And don't forget to comment down below. And if you enjoyed, hit subscribe. It's free and it helps out a ton. With that,
And let me know if I should pursue voice acting. Didn't I do great?
and with that, we will see you in the next video. See ya.
Bye.